clue. Is it just me? Or do you sometimes confuse real lyrics with Weird Al lyrics? Just me? Huh? I'm the weird one? I'm the weird one? Yeah, makes sense. Buckle up. Let's talk Weird, a Weird Al Yankovic movie. Seems like biopic movies, especially music biopic movies, have been increasingly popular over the years. I think this is probably namely due to the Academy Awards success of movies like Ray or Bohemian Rhapsody. So we've had like an invasion of like Elton John biopics, Elvis biopics. We got them all. They're all coming out. And so here we get weird. And what I mean by that is finally there's a biopic of our favorite comedian musician, Weird Al Yankovic. I say finally because I've been a big fan of the idea of a Weird Al biopic. There was a Funny or Die short that came out years ago starring Aaron Paul, as you best know as Jesse Pinkman on Breaking Bad, and he played Weird Al. Weird Al, bitch! Yo! Aaron Paul did such a great job, and it was such a funny short that it always stayed with me.
I'm the weird one. I'm the weird one!
And I think some of the same creators or ideas were borrowed from this original short because they're actually in this full-length picture. The only difference between this one and the other short is, of course, the casting of Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself. I don't know if I would have, chose him out of the lineup to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely going to be Weird Al. But, Daniel Radcliffe has for years tried to get, over the shadow of this big character of Harry Potter. So he's tried to take very challenging and interesting roles like, Swiss Army Men or, and I mean, Swiss Army Men is a weird movie. So already, you already got some acting cred right there. And so he's actually like a perfect choice because he can go in and out of the crazy, wacky humor and more of the dark moments of this movie with ease. And so while he has taken on these challenging roles, I don't think he'll ever fully, get under the, from underneath the shadow of Harry Potter because that's just such an iconic role. But he has definitely proven his acting chops, and, he has proven himself that he can exist without being always seen as Harry Potter. In this very, very crowded world of biopics, I mean, how are you to stand out? How are you to bring something unique? Or in this case, how does he bring something weird? And as only Weird Al could do, he makes a parody of biopics. And I mean that's an obvious and very brilliant move on Weird Al's part. So he is constantly poking fun of the genre. It is totally outlandish, the extremes that this character goes to, because we know that Weird Al Yankovic himself, at least how he admits and how he presents himself to the public eye, is he's a very kind of PC, he's a very PG, clean, very nice person. And I'm sure his life, as he states, like his parents were very supportive of him growing up and all of these things, that it probably wouldn't have made a very interesting biopic. Like most of us don't have a very interesting life. They're kind of boring. So, if you're going to do a biopic, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's lie. And that is exactly what he does in this movie. So he exaggerates everything. It starts off kind of subtle. His parents are kind of abusive in the way that they are not letting him aspire to be what he wants to be in life. And, he becomes a phenomenon, a music icon, just like with his first song. I mean, it's outlandish and crazy. He is the biggest rock star on the planet. He is sleeping with Madonna. He is the rock star doing drugs, sex, and rock and roll, which is definitely not the Weird Al Yankovic that we know. He is definitely far from that image. So we definitely know that we are on for a ride, and it just increasingly gets zanier and zanier as the movie goes along. And I think that is very important for the movie because, you know, like I said, the origins of it probably started with this Funny or Die sketch. And, you know, just like a Saturday Night Live sketch or anything like that, you know, it can outstay its welcome. And so it needed to outgrow being just that in order for it to be an actual movie. You know, it picks the perfect balance of, it doesn't outstay its welcome, but it does push the envelope. It pushes the viewer of going, okay, this is getting a little bit insane. But, you know, the biopic genre needed a little bit of injection of humor and fun back into it, because it's just like, you know, the whole thing is just getting a little stale. You know what to expect with these movies now. And so to bring in a little bit of humor, and you're just going to lie, you know, let's just lie. Why not? And see what happens. And so, you know, I do kind of now want to know what Weird Al's life was like. I kind of want to read about it now. I'm now more curious than ever to see what his life really was like. But, you know, this movie is a lot of fun, and it's something you should expect from Weird Al. I mean, he parodies music videos, so why wouldn't he parody a movie about himself? It's a perfect fit, and so it is a green light from me. Check it out if you can. It is on Roku channel. I had no idea what that even meant. I didn't even know Roku had a channel. I had to go find it. But once I did, I was rewarded, you know, with an entertaining movie. So I think you will enjoy it. So go check it out. And thank you very much for joining me and Lilu on our adventures. Lilu, there's not a lot of humor in this review. All right, that's unacceptable, Lilu. Lilu, I expect more from you, because this is a funny movie, and we expect funny movie reviews, and you've just been slacking. So I don't know what it is you need to do, but please go back down there and start writing better material. Thank you. Lilu, I'm just happy that one of my childhood favorite musicians finally gets a biopic. If there's anything we should learn from Weird Al Yankovic, here's a guy with very few vices. I mean, this guy hasn't, you know, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't curse. I mean, this is a very nice person, and he knows which roads not to go down. You know, we shouldn't go down, holy Lilu, finding the Roku channel, it's like a myth. It's like finding Bigfoot.